So I plan to withdraw a large amount of money from my Trading 212 stocks and shares ISA. And over the past few years, I have been building this stocks and shares ISA alongside other ones in order to hopefully retire early. But there's been a change to my plans as, of course, life is unexpected. And I do wish to, at some point in the future, withdraw my ISAs in order to buy a house. So naturally, when it comes to withdrawing such a large amount, there are so many different questions. And in particular, I get so many questions regarding the stocks and shares ISA overall. So in this video, I'm going to go through my individual situation, but also make it easier for everyone to understand what a stocks and shares ISA is, what you can do when it comes to withdrawal, and what you can do following that withdrawal in terms of your Trading 212 account. Now, if you would like to sign up to Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share worth up to £100, then all you have to do is to follow the link in the description box down below or scan this QR code over here. The easiest way is to probably just go into the promo code section of the Trading 212 app and then just use the code JUBAIR. This also works if you have already signed up to Trading 212 and haven't used the code, but works up to only 10 days after signing up. So I opened this particular stocks and shares ISA back in April of 2023, so about 3 years ago now. It doesn't seem like a lot of time, but within that time span, I have managed to grow this portfolio to a size of £125,000. This includes, though, £40,000 worth of deposits into this account, plus an ISA transfer. So I haven't converted 40,000 into 125,000. That would be really good. But in either case, I would say this is a pretty decent amount that I have grown it to. And combined with my other accounts, I'm approaching £200,000. So yes, when the house comes and I have it within my budget, I'm going to need capital, I'm going to need cash. And in that case, as you can see currently, I do have quite a bit of cash, £124,872. I actually have more in cash, but there's a pending order. In either case, is Trading 212 going to allow me to withdraw such a large amount? And the answer is yes. There should be no reason as to why Trading 212 would not let me withdraw this amount, even though it is quite a bit. Now, am I going to be paying taxes on this amount because I've grown it by over £46,000? No, there aren't going to be any taxes. And this is really important because this is a stocks and shares ISA. Any growth, including dividends and capital gains, remains tax-free. Although from April 2027, there is going to be a new pesky tax on interest. So if you earn interest on your uninvested cash, for example, on Trading 212, you can do that, then the government will take 22%. But this is taxed at source, which means that you don't have to, create a self-assessment or any other extra stuff. It's just going to be taken out automatically. Personally, I think if you want to learn about stocks and shares ISAs, that the Trading 212 FAQs or general information guide is pretty decent. But again, this is just words. So in this video, I'm going to give you a helping hand into understanding what a stocks and shares ISA is. So a stocks and shares ISA is a type of ISA which is an individual savings account. Most people already know this, but if you're new, this is very helpful. Within an individual savings account, remember, this is just an account type. Whatever growth you get within the ISA remains tax-free, apart from, they made it so confused, apart from April 2027, when they will be introducing a tax on interest on uninvested cash, just the interest part. There are different types of ISAs. There's a stocks and shares ISA, there is a cash ISA. Those are definitely the two most popular, but there are other types, but this is just an account type. The stocks and shares ISA allows you to buy stocks and shares. As you can see, if you wanted to, you can buy shares on Microsoft, whatever you wanted to. You can even buy funds, you can buy commodities and things like that. Now, by far the most confusing thing is definitely the allowance. Now, the government, although doesn't tax you on any growth, they will impose a limit to how much you can actually stuff into your stocks and shares ISA, because if you're filthy rich, then of course you can put millions upon millions and grow that and never pay tax, and the government will be out of pocket and everything will go bad. So yes, £20,000 is the limit to how much you can stuff into your ISAs, not just your stocks and shares ISAs, all of them combined. £20,000. Now, different ISAs also have their own cap. With the stocks and shares ISA, you can actually deposit the full 20. With a cash ISA, I believe now it's £12,000. With a lifetime ISA, it's £4,000. But between the different types of ISAs, you cannot stuff in more than £20,000 per tax year. The tax year is running from around 5th of April to the next year's 6th of April. So yeah, it's not January to December like our normal calendars. So Trading 212 has this very useful ISA allowance gauge, which allows you to see how much within trading 212 and in the current tax year, how much of your allowance you have used per tax year. So I haven't actually deposited into my trading 212 stocks and shares ISA for a while now. So yes, my allowance has not been used on trading 212, it has been used on other platforms, but this won't show up here. So if you put in, let's say, £10,000 into your cash ISA, then you will only have a £10,000 remaining amount, which you can put into your stocks and shares ISA. From April 2027, you will no longer be able to transfer from the cash ISA over to the stocks and shares ISA. Can you roll over your unused ISA allowances? Unfortunately, you can't do that. And that makes sense because what if you started investing at 40 and then you ask the government, oh, remember those 20 odd years I didn't invest? Well, let me put in my million now. And they will say no. Yeah, so you can't actually roll over your allowance. Like I said before, there are different types of ISAs. For example, the cash ISA, the stocks and shares ISA, those are the two most popular. Then you have the innovative finance ISA, the lifetime ISA, and the junior ISA. And there is a variation of other stuff. For example, you can have a lifetime stocks and shares ISA too, but those are the main ones. Now, one thing that I get asked all the time is, can you have multiple different stocks and shares ISAs from different providers in the same tax year? And the answer is yes, you can. You can open one with trading 212, then you can open one with, I don't know, Barclays or whatever you wanted. But as long as you stay within the £20,000 limit, or the allowance, that's what they call, then you should be fine per tax year. You can have lots of different ISAs from different places and still keep them open if they are from your previous tax years. So once the previous tax year goes, you can still keep those ISAs. You can choose what you want to do. You can keep depositing into them, contributing to your new allowance, or you can just leave them like I do with my trading 212 ISA and let that grow as a function of time. Now, do make sure that you don't put in more than £20,000 across your different ISAs, but if you do that, just make sure you tell HMRC that it was a mistake and they can probably sort it out, but hopefully you don't do that. Now, the main part of this video is, can you actually withdraw your money from your stocks and shares ISAs? And the answer is yes, you should be able to, as long as you have verified your accounts through trading 212. A lot of people tell me they have difficulties with withdrawing, or something's happened to their accounts, and that's mostly because you haven't verified your bank sources, or you're not a UK investor or UK citizen and you can't prove that. So then you will have difficulties with the platform. So my plan is to buy a house, but once I've bought the house and everything's settled, I want to resume investing as soon as possible. Now, let's say I bought a house today, but my stocks and shares ISA allowance is full because it's with another provider. Will I be able to then, as soon as I buy the house, start depositing back into my trading 212 stocks and shares ISA, even though I haven't actually deposited anything into this stocks and shares ISA, and all this money is from previous tax years? Now, that's a very complicated question that you're not going to get a direct answer for from anywhere else. So that's why I thought I'd make this video, because that's my situation. I want to be able to start with trading 212 again, even though once I withdraw all of this won't be my current tax year's allowance ISA, if that makes sense. And if I won't be able to then start, investing into this, I'd have to wait until next year's April the 6th in order to start depositing into my trading 212 stocks and shares ISA. And I don't want to do that. So according to this, trading 212 stocks and shares ISAs are fully flexible. Now, let's say I want to take out all of this money now. I can actually put that money back in the same tax year and it won't affect my stocks and shares ISA allowance. So that's really, really cool, even though this money is from previous tax years. Does that make sense? It does say here that you can return previous tax year's funds to the same ISA account you withdrew from, but it has to be within the same tax year. So according to this, I can actually take out all my money and then I can actually put in 20,000, 30,000, whatever it is, as long as it's within the same tax year. So that's really good, because if I come into unexpected cash, let's say £125,000, I should then just be able to put the money back without affecting my allowance, which is actually pretty superb. That answers the main question, but if you do want to check this out, I'll leave a link in the description box that will actually explain everything. If you guys want me to cover a specific topic regarding, trading 212 or the stocks and shares ISA, I'm more than happy to make a video on that. So make sure to check out some of my other videos and I'll see you in the next video.